Hello, I'm Combo Food. I'm not going to make any more of an intro than I need to, and I'm just going to get straight into my concept for Springtrap in Dead by Daylight. This killer is going to be pretty insane, so I'm going to be giving the survivor some counterplay that should work well into the Five Nights at Freddy's formula. Monitors will appear around each generator across the map in a similar form to Xenomorph's tunnels, being not very far from it, but not like on the generator. These monitors will allow the survivors to look through a set of pre-set cameras around each map. When the camera is being looked through from the perspective of the killer, there will be a red glow emanating from the ground near the camera. This will allow the survivors to have constant map awareness, which will be very crucial considering this killer's strong abilities. Springtrap will be joined by Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, who will each roam the map, and I will explain later. For now, Springtrap will be an average mobility killer with an M2 attack, allowing him to do the Scream from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 to alert survivors, and then he will grab in front of him. If he is able to grab a survivor, they will be stabbed through the chest like he does to Vanessa in the Five Nights at Freddy's film. This will cause the survivor to be put into the dying state. Freddy will roam around the map at the speed of one of Nemesis's zombies. He will path towards his nearest functioning camera and destroy it. However, Freddy will never attack survivors. Chica and Bonnie work in the same way, so I'll explain them both at the same time. They behave in a very similar manner to the Knight's Guards. However, instead of following a set path, they will each freely roam their own areas of the map. However, in some cases, like Gideon's meat plant, they will each have their own floor that they follow. You will know that you are being chased by either Chica or Bonnie, because the sound that plays when one of them is in your door in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 will play. Finally is Foxy, who is the most dangerous of the lot. He will roam around the map at the speed of one of Nemesis's zombies by default. However, once he enters chase, he will run towards you at the speed of Feral Frenzy Legion. He will be stopped in his chase, uniquely by a flashlight, which will not affect the others. If you use a flashlight or a pallet on Foxy, he will break chase with you and allow you to escape while he remains stunned in place. Additionally, if a camera has visual on Foxy, they will completely immobilize Foxy, which means that you should really be keeping an eye on the cameras that Freddy destroys while keeping an eye on Foxy. You will know that Foxy has started chasing you because the sound effect that plays when you start getting chased in Security Breach will play. I figured this would fit Foxy more because it is a much higher pitch, more dangerous sounding noise than I gave to Chica and Bonnie. The survivor joining Springtrap, who I will be calling the Salvage, as a neat little reference, shall be Michael Afton, with Vanessa potentially available as a legendary skin. And on the topic of skins, that's how I'll wrap up this video. Legion could potentially get a skin of Vanny, since they both fit a similar vibe to each other. Blight could get a skin for Foxy, since they both have that mad dash. The Unknown could get a skin for Ennard or Mangle, both of which fit the general kind of crawling around the place and like strange body proportions and stuff. And the Dredge could get a skin for the Blob. Again, very similar proportions. And then some survivors could get a mask for Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, or Foxy, based on the masks from the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 minigames. Springtrap himself could get a costume for Spring Bonnie or Burntrap. And licensing may be an issue, but I can see Chucky getting a skin of Plushtrap. And the plushes of the original animatronics could also be available as charms. This has been my concept for Five Nights at Freddy's in Dead by Daylight. I hope you enjoyed. and see ya.